How is everybody doing? It's me again. This video I'm going to share with you my Rolling Stones collection. I've always liked the Stones, but I think I started buying the stuff maybe nearly 30 years ago. I remember buying Tattoo You on vinyl back in 1991. I think I bought Steel Wheels as well. Tattoo You is one of my favourite albums, but I really only started buying the Stones about 10 years ago, and recently I've been collecting more of the live stuff, so I'll just go through it with you. I'm really a 70s Stones fan. Reason being is that I haven't dabbled into the 60s stuff yet, or the Brian Jones era. So the Stones for me starts with Sticky Fingers. I will delve back rather than delve forward, even though I have the 80s releases. I'm not really interested in Voodoo Lounge, which is from 94 up to now, up to present. Not yet. Anything that comes out now or in the last 10 years, which is retro stuff, I'll buy. But I'm not really interested in the later years. I'm not really interested in the last 30 years, as of yet. So let's take a look at it. So I'm going to kick off with Live at the Marquee Club. This was recorded in 1971, shortly before the classic Sticky Fingers, regarded as the Stones' finest album. This is quite short, there's not a lot on it. The DVD and CD package again. Live With Me, Dead Flowers, I Got the Blues, Let It Rock, Midnight Rambler, I Can't Get No Satisfaction, Bitch, Brown Sugar. Bonus tracks on the CD, I Got the Blues, Alternative Take, I Got the Blues, Alternative Take 2, Bitch, Alternative Take 1, Bitch, Alternative Take 2. Obviously of historic interest to fans. Some nice artwork in this one. Yeah, so booklet with artwork and sleeve notes and tape numbers and the usual. Pretty interesting. And this was released in 2016 again. The From the Vault series. Picture of Charlie looking a little bit sad. Band in full flight. So a nice little novelty and a taster that leads us up to 1971's Sticky Fingers. This is regarded as one of the best Rolling Stones albums ever. Yeah, it is a rock and roll masterpiece, there's no doubt. The Andy Warhol cover. The LP had a zip on it. It's got Brown Sugar, Sway, Wild Horses. Can't You Hear Me Knocking? Yeah, I really like that track. You Gotta Move, Bitch, I Got the Blues, Sister Morphine, Dead Flowers, Moonlight Mile. Yeah, pretty good album, there's no doubt about it. When you stick it on, you listen to the whole thing. This is the deluxe edition. Came out a few years ago. And got some nice artwork on the discs. There's a booklet with just photographs. Nothing else really, no biography or anything like that. Like no sleeve notes. Look at Keith there. Look at his eyes. Yeah, this was the drug years. There's a bonus disc on it, just alternative takes of Brown Sugar, Wild Horses, Can't You Hear Me Knocking, Bitch, Dead Flowers. And then there's some live stuff. Live With Me, Stray Cat Blues, Love in Vain, Midnight Rambler, Honky Tonk Women. And that's live at the Roundhouse, 1971. Yeah, it's certainly, if you only have 3 or 4 Stones albums, you need this. Moving on to Exile on Main Street. This was from 1972. Bought this recently because I don't know what happened to my original CD. I think I got rid of it or something. This has got 10 previously unreleased tracks with information on the tracks, but there's actually, you know, the credits of the tracks. Yeah, there's only pictures in the booklet. Again, nothing telling you about the album. And there you go. The extras are good, worth having. Yeah, but some people say that Exile is their best album. It was recorded in Nilcut in south of France, a mansion that Keith Richards rented, and the heat was horrendous, and it was recorded in the basement. There was overdubs done in other studios and stuff like that, but 10 tracks extra on this, quite interesting. Yeah, very good. Pass the Wine, Sophie Loren, Plundered My Soul, I'm Not, Signifying, Follow the River, Dancing in the Light, So Divine, Aladdin Story, Loving Cup, Alternate Take, Soul Survivor, Alternate Take, Good Time Woman, Title 5. Yeah, worth getting your hands on. It's a sprawling album with some great stuff on it. Rocks Off, Tumbling Dice, Happy. Yeah, Shining Lights on that as well. Soul Survivor. Next up is Goatsetsu. That's from 1973. I really like this album. One of the better 70s efforts. This is like, it's almost like his head is burning a hole in the silk. Yeah, looks pretty demonic. Yeah, I like this one. Dancing with Mr. D. 100 Years Coming Down Again. Do Heartbreaker. That's a good track. Angie is on this. It's another classic Stones ballad. Silver Train, Hide Your Love, Winter. Can you hear the music? I like that song. Yeah, I think it's a nice one. It's good. Star. That's the controversial. Yeah. Good album. Enjoyable, and I like it. It's only rock and roll. Grandiose cover on this one. This is from 1974. If you can't rock me, ain't too proud to beg. It's only rock and roll, but I like it. Till the next goodbye. Time waits for no one. Luxury. Dance Little Sister. If you really want to be my friend. Short and Curly's. Fingerprint File. Yeah, it's again entertaining. I like it. You know, some people slate some of the 70s Stones albums and they say, but pop them on and you just enjoy them. You know, that's the way. Yeah. Next up is technically from 1975, but only released a few years back. This is Rolling Stones from the Vault, the LA Forum, live in 1975. Nice package, really nice. You've got a DVD of the concert, and then you've got 2 CDs of the concert. So you've got the best of both worlds in this. Yeah, excellent if you can track them down. I've started collecting these only recently. You can find them online and get them for a good price. really nice package, and like I said, the DVD is great. When you have a long winter evening, you can just pop it on. Great booklet with great photographs and sleeve notes and tickets, memorabilia. Yeah, I like these. This series is great. Definitely, I think a lot of classic bands should do it. I think Queen should be doing this. You know, if they have master tapes of concerts, they should be doing this. Everybody should do this. It just gives fans food and drink, really. Especially when you get the DVD and the CD. It's a bargain, you can't argue. Yeah, so definitely worth it. Next up is Black and Blue. This was kind of slated when it came out. It's like, Stones aren't relevant anymore and all this kind of jive. Again, I like it. You know, I like the recording. I like the clarity of it. Ronnie Wood was a member of the band by then, 1976. Yeah, I just like this album, you know. Hot Stuff, I like that. Hand of Fate, Cherry O Baby, that's a reggae track. Memory Motel, that's another good one. Hey Negrita, Melody, Fool to Cry, that's a great track. And then Crazy Mama. There's only 8 tracks on it. Like I said, people say it's one of the weaker Stones albums, but when you pop it on, you enjoy it. You know, I like it. I think it's good. I can listen to this anytime. I love it. Of You Live. This was a double LP back in 1977. From the 1975 tour, and there's also some stuff on it as well from El Mocambo in Canada. It was a small club, so it's kind of a mix. It's not truly a live album because there's lots of overdubs on it. Guitars and the whole shebang were overdubbed after. But you know, Frank Zappa did that a lot as well. You know, take backing tracks from concerts and improve the guitar tracks on them or use them for something else entirely. I mean, it's you know, but yeah, it's entertaining. You know, again, it's enjoyable. Some blues stuff from the Canadian show, Manish Boy, Cracking Up, Little Red Rooster. Most of it was recorded in France. So yeah, again, you pick it up pretty cheap. I think no collection is complete without it. Now we're getting serious. Some Girls, 1978. Some people say this was the last great Stones album. That is possibly true. Artistically, Some Girls is great. It's got Miss You on it, which is a disco infected track, a very big hit as well. And it is a great single. When the Whip Comes Down. Imagination, that's a cover. That's a great track. Some Girls, Lies, Faraway Eyes. It's the country track on this album. Respectable, Before They Make Me Run. Keith Richards sings that. Beast of Burden is another great Stones track. And Shattered is great, and Shattered is great live as well. Yeah, this is a really indispensable Stones album that everybody should have. Definitely. Yeah, it's so good that I actually went out and bought the deluxe edition. There was lots of editions came out of this about 10 years ago, in all forms, in little makeup bags and stuff like that. They did a great job on it. The extras on this are certainly worth the asking price. There you go. The bonus disc. There's a booklet with some sleeve notes for a change. So yeah, definitely this one is worth grabbing, and an essential Rolling Stones album, and an enjoyable one. Bonus disc has Claudine, So Young, Do You Think I Really Care, When You're Gone, No Spare Parts, Don't Be a Stranger, We Had It All, Tallahassee Lassie, I Love You Too Much, Keep Up Blues, You Win Again, Petrol Blues. So yeah, grab this if you can, it's a good one. Okay, we're coming to the end of the decade. It's 1980, and this is Emotional Rescue. Certainly not their strongest 70s album, probably one of the weakest ones, but again, when I pop it on, I like it, you know. I like the artwork as well. It's kind of got a heat sensor camera. Yeah. Pretty cool. Cool graphics for the... It's 40 years old now. Dance Part 1 is on it. I think Dance Part 2 came out on a B-sides compilation years later. Summer Romance, Send It To Me, Let Me Go, Indian Girl, Where the Boys Go, Down the Hole, Emotional Rescue. That's a good song. She's So Cold, All About You. She's So Cold is a great song as well, and it's great live. Yeah, so you know, it's not the best Stones album, but it's one I like. I like popping it on. It's good. And now, Tattoo You. The Stones started a huge US tour in 1981, and it continued to Europe in 1982, and they kind of needed an album to tout, and Chris Kempsey went into the vaults and found a lot of backing tracks and stuff like that, and started putting stuff together that the band worked on, and they came up with Tattoo You. It's a good album, very entertaining, one of my favourites, the first one I ever bought actually back in 1991 on vinyl. I really like it. It's got Start Me Up on it. Hang Fire, Slave. I love Slave. Yeah, it's a great track. Slave goes way back to Sticky Fingers era, I think. Little Teen A. Keith sings that. It's a cover. Black Limousine, Neighbours, Worried About You, Tops, Heaven. I like that one as well. That's a new song here. I think it's only Mick, Bill Wyman, and Charlie on that. No Use in Crying. It's another good one. Waiting on a Friend. Yeah, it's fantastic. Yeah, I like it. I'd say next year it might get the 40th anniversary pump up, and expect it. Songs sounded good live as well, and yeah, so Tattoo You, it's one I can pop on and I just love it. Yeah, it's a great album. Another recent acquisition is Live in 81. This is the Hampton Coliseum. This is a great concert. It's an indoor one from the American tour. Again, 2 CDs and a DVD. And yeah, I mean, I've watched the DVD, and it's nearly 40 years old, and it looks kind of modern, you know. I think the stage setup for the American tour really was really kind of ahead of its time, you know. It kind of designed by a Japanese artist, Kazuhide Yamazaki. And you know, it's streamlined and clean and very modern. I think it's definitely set up the 80s stages. You know, you can see echoes of Live Aid on it. So this was December 1981. You know, it's hard to believe it's 40 years old. And there's even parts when Mick goes into the crowd and stuff like that, which was a bit risky because, you know, people were worried after John Lennon was shot in 1980. You know, that there might be some copycat killing. But yeah, so that's a good one. Nicely shot. It's a good concert, good energy in the playing. Definitely essential for fans. You have to have it. It's another one I bought a couple of weeks back. This is Roundhay Park, and this is live in Leeds, 1982. Again, Tattoo You tour. This is another good concert. And one thing you'll notice on this, Bill Wyman's bass really stands out. Again, 2 CD, DVD. The band on this as well are all using radio mics and radio guitar packs, so it's pretty neat. They are able to run all over the place. This was a Sunday as far as I know, and the day before, Saturday 24th of July 1982, they played in Slane Castle in Ireland. One criticism I have on this one on DVD is that there's the lack of cameras being used, and a lot of the time you'll be amazed is that the camera is almost, you know, there's a lot of headshots in this, and it's like, you know, you can't see what the musician is doing, you know. I mean, obviously you know that Keith and Ron are playing guitar and Bill Wyman's playing bass, but the amount of headshots, you know, there's very few shots where it comes back and looks at the whole crowd and looks at the stage. It's just, it starts off, you know, at a distance, and then it just gets very kind of claustrophobic, and it's a pity because it's totally flawed that way, you know. Yeah, it's bewildering. All the headshots. Maybe some of the reels were damaged, I'm not sure. But Bill Wyman plays a Steinberger bass on this, which looks like a stick, but the sound is good. Yeah. Again, you know, they sound great. I think this was the last show. This is the last Rolling Stones show from the tour, and then they started fighting and stuff like that, and by 1985 they weren't really, Richards and Jagger weren't really talking to each other, and Jagger did Live Aid in the USA on his own. Keith was actually present and sang with Bob Dylan and Ronnie Wood. The whole thing was a mess, and the albums were patchy. This is 1983's Undercover. A bit too stylized, you know. Again, strong bass lines by Wyman. Undercover, She Was Hot. It's kind of throwaway. It's almost like a Stones parody. Tie You Up, Wanna Hold You, Feel On Baby, Too Much Blood, Pretty Beat Up, Too Tough, All the Way Down, It Must Be Hell. Yeah, it's, I mean, I listened to it, it's enjoyable enough, like, but you know, you get the feeling it was like lashed out, and yeah, unfortunately it's still better than this one. This is from 1986, Dirty Work. You could do without this. But again, I just bought it just to have it, apart from the horrible cover. Went into the body fight. Harlem Shuffle was a hit from this, but that was a cover. All Back, Too Rude, Winning Ugly, Back to Zero, Dirty Work, Had It With You, Sleep Tonight, and there's a little piano piece dedicated to Ian Stewart, their piano player who died tragically in late 1985. He was one of the founding Stones as well from the 60s. But yeah, Dirty Work is, and there's all this cartoon stuff inside now. It's like a Zappa album, really. But unfortunately not as music artistically as good as a Zappa album. So yeah, this was a bit of a disaster. I think it came in blue or red shrink wrap as well at the time. I mean, it's wouldn't be a strong one at all. And again, the 80s didn't really suit the Stones, I guess because they were fighting. Jagger wanted to be a solo star, and it kind of backfired. But his ego and his stubbornness was at odds with Keith Richards. Yeah, so look, it's history. They did get back together in 1989, and they released Steel Wheels. I wouldn't listen to it that much. I find the production a bit clean and stuff like that, but there's some strong songs on this. There was a huge tour came after this. Sad. Mixed Emotions is a good track. Terrifying. Hold On to Your Hat. Hearts for Sale. Blinded by Love. Rockin' a Hard Place. Can't Be Seen. Almost Hear You Sigh. That's another good one. I like that. Continental Drift. Break the Spell. Slipping Away. So yeah, certainly for me this would be my cut-off for the Stones. I don't have anything after this. I'm not really interested in Voodoo Lounge or Bridges to Babylon or anything that came after that. I have a compilation, 40 licks, with some of that stuff on it, and 40 licks also goes back to the 60s, some of their classic stuff. Painted Black, which is a very underrated Stones song. You never really hear it in the concerts, so I don't think they even played it much in the 70s. Yeah, things like that, you'd forget about. There's a lot of good 60s stuff which I need to investigate. And last but not least, this was one that was released in 2015, live at the Tokyo Dome. This is a double and a DVD of the Tokyo concert in February 1990. This is actually very good. The playing is tight. Band are at the peak of their powers on this, really. So got some good stuff. Start Me Up, Bitch, Sad. Harlem Shuffle is on it. Tumbling Dice, Miss You, Ruby Tuesday, Almost Hear You Sigh. That was from Steel Wheels. Rockin' a Hard Place, Mixed Emotions, Honky Tonk Women, Midnight Rambler, You Can't Always Get What You Want, Can't Be Seen, Happy, Painted Black, 2000 Light Years From Home, Sympathy for the Devil, Gimme Shelter, It's Only Rock and Roll, Brown Sugar, I Can't Get No Satisfaction, Jumpin' Jack Flash. Very enjoyable concert. And again, nice double pack. This was Bill Wyman's final tour with the group. How times have changed. It was over 7 years since they actually did a tour. They finished up their tour in 1982, which was the Tattoo You tour, and with bickering and fighting. That was the end of it, really. Yeah, that's really cool. The stage set for this was really ahead of its time, I think. Urban Jungle, There's a live album from '91, I think, but this supersedes it. Yeah, so there you go. They're still not over 50. Would you believe that? Maybe Wyman was, but Jagger's not over 50 in 1990. You know, I'm older now than he was back then. So there you go. Really cool. These are great. These Vault series. Yeah, I really like them. So I hope you enjoyed this. Thanks for watching. Take care and feel free to subscribe.